Welcome back to my update on my Legion and DeFi Kingdoms. Today's video is going to be an update where I stand with my hero count, the problems I encountered getting up to 10,000 heroes, and what I did to help correct it. So with that said, who wants to start winning in Web3? Well, lucky for you, I have a step-by-step process on how to win in Web3. First, you need to start playing DeFi Kingdoms. Second, you need to start building a legion. Third, you need to get a bot like DFK Helper to help command your legion. And finally, you need to go claim your legacy. All right, with that said, today's video, I will have a rant, kind of a short one, but I believe important to discuss. Then my update, and then at the end, you're not going to want to miss it. I have a random thought that either you are going to absolutely love or you're going to hate it, unsubscribe, and report me to all kinds of nasty people. So, with that said, I got to get the disclaimer out of the way. Everything in this video is my opinion. This is not financial advice. Please do not let FOMO cause you to become homeless and eating out of a dumpster. Let's get into it. Back to my Let's Play DeFi Kingdoms with the assistance of DFK Helper. So this video is going to be an update on my Legion, where I stand, how many heroes I got, some different things that I've changed around, my summoning strategy, and all that good stuff. So generally, we start with a rant. So today's rant is going to be a little bit of a preempted rant to what is to come. So if we think back, a couple millennia ago in the last crypto bull market, all these games, everybody coming in, things just going crazy. There was a little problem with a lot of these projects and being able to keep up with all the hiccups, bugs, whatnot, and the other. And I'm not going to say any particular project had this problem. I'm not going to name out any names. I personally don't remember a problem within DeFi Kingdoms outside of the Discord got really slowed down. But that's to be expected. So let's cover where the problems are going to lie. So a few of the projects I was in during the last bull market, everybody got upset. They said they weren't getting the help they needed from the devs and whatnot and the other. And it was taking quite a while to get things resolved. So I could see this happening in the next market as well. When you go from, let's just say, 500 daily active users up to thousands and thousands of daily active users, it's going to take a while to get the support you need. It's not that the team's not doing nothing or anything like that. It's just going to take a while. So a lot of people are going to say, well, they just need to hire more people. They're getting all that money from all these daily active users. You're correct. And let's say they do that, because I'm sure that's what they will have to do and what they will start to do. Well, onboarding new employees to any company is not a quick as snapping your fingers. You have to first go through all the applicants. You have to find the right people. That could take a week to 2 weeks. Then you have the whole onboarding process. That takes another week or 2 weeks. And then you have the training. It it takes from the time you hire someone to the time they're proficient in their job. It takes at least a good month to get them all onboarded. So with that said, in this next bull market, please let's be patient to get stuff done. I know there was one particular project that I was in before, and it was not DeFi Kingdoms. It was another one, but we're not going to name names. But there was a problem with getting some NFTs were getting stuck. And it was taking them, they had to go through and get them unstuck one by one. So from the time you put in your complaint to the time that the situation was resolved, it took approximately 2 weeks. Most of them people involved in resolving that were working nonstop. I'd be willing to bet some of them were working 24/7 to get it all caught up. So now remember, Web3 and all this, although it's been out for a few years now, is still fairly new, and most of these projects do not have the manpower for a bull market to hit. They'll get there, they'll get it all built up. Just please be patient with them. So, with that said, let's get into it and let's figure out where I am sitting with my Legion. So, currently, right now, I have 3,431. That's probably close to 3,500 now. I updated this yesterday, but I've done a whole bunch of summoning today. So, I came across some problems, and that's why I've slowed down so much. So, I'm trying to get to the 10,000 hero mark. So, it's what happened as I went through and I was summoning like crazy, doing my thing, going over here. We got to get into helper. And we have, let's see here, summoning number 4. This is where I'm at. I had to redo it all. After that last cycle went through, I cleared it all out, and I ended up with almost 1,500 heroes in one wallet, and I was pulling them out of that wallet as quick as I could. So I had to slow down, reevaluate, figure out what I got going on so I could be more productive and get these heroes out quicker. So first thing I came up with was the crystal cracking. That was taking me forever to crack 100 plus heroes a day and then add them into the sheets and all that stuff. That was taking forever. So what did I do? I went in DFK Helpers Discord, put a request in. Hey, is there a way to get these crystals to automatically crack? Zelly's popped into chat. He said, hold my beer. I got you. I'd say within the hour, he had it all set up to where not just heroes could be cracked automatically, but pets could be cracked automatically also, which right now I'm not using the pet cracking. But after I get these 10,000 heroes built, man, I got to start hatching 10,000 eggs. Holy snoops, that's a lot of eggs. So that was a big slowdown. And then they started hammering into my wallet too quick, and I couldn't get them out of there and organized. So I had to redo that process. So I got that going. Figured out a way to do that. I can just move them all instead of moving them all individually. Now I can go to the DeFi Kingdoms website and upload it, and I figured out how to make all that work. So it's a slow process getting this process in place to be able to get these heroes manufactured quick enough. But we're getting there. And I got a bunch of summons coming in. So I'm going to do a DFK helper how-to on how to mass summon my heroes. That's going to be one of my videos coming up soon. I'm so far behind on all my videos. I think I got 20 videos in the topics I want to cover. I'd say I've only started the outlines on about 50% of those. And I'd say the outline is complete on about 6 of them. I only got the recording done on about 1 or 2 of them. And I got, I think, 2 of them complete. Yeah, I got 2 complete right now sitting waiting to be published on YouTube. So, hoping once I get all this squared away to start having a video released every day on YouTube. So, look forward to that. That's going to be exciting. So, that's where I sit with my hero count and what I got going on and what the changes are. And right now, I'm currently only got summons going in wallet number 4, getting ready to start adding them in here to wallet number 5. So wallet number 5 is all my advanced and elite heroes. So I'm trying to get those up so I can start getting those going. Also, another change I made, if you go over here, I'm setting all my leveling just to false. That way I don't have to go through and spend that time setting up my crystals and all that for any of my rare and above. I don't want to lose that crystal opportunity when I'm leveling. So that's what I got going on there. So today, my random thought. I think this is a wild, crazy, out there random thought, but at the same time, I think it would just be cooler than crap to have the DFK team implement something similar to this. So let's get into this random thought. So I've heard on a few other podcasts out there people talking about burning heroes to come up with a way to revive heroes that died. Or wait, heroes can't die. Well, I think they should have some epic battles to where heroes can die. Now, what these battles would be, I don't know. Some crazy boss fight where you can get some really epic loot, maybe some serious PvP action going on, some world PvP. I could just see a lot of things to where they could implement in this game to where heroes will die. Now, another thing I've heard mentioned in a few other discords, and this will tie in if you hang on to the end, going back and redoing your stats. Like, let's say your hero leveled up and you really just didn't like the way they leveled up. Let's be honest, right now, most of the heroes out there have been leveled up based on speculation. So a lot of these levels just aren't that good. So now I know you're thinking, well, we can just put 2 together, mash them together, and throw them in the meditation circle, or not the meditation circle, the dark summoning pit, and we can restart their stats that way. Well, yeah, you're correct. That would be a good way to do it, but you're not guaranteed to get the same one back. Let's say you got a mythic Dread Knight that you just really don't want to have to risk throwing in the pit to end up coming up with something like a pirate or something. Not sure if that's even possible, but let's just say it happens. Well, that's a high risk. Well, what if you could just take and wipe all of their level ups and start over? That'd be kind of cool. So my thought on this, I think it would be cool to first, let's just start with the beginning of what you do. So let's add this to, let's say another realm. Let's just use Klaytn or one of the other realms that we're going to have. Instead of a dark summoning pit, you have a hero burn pit. I don't know what you would call it. The devs would probably be able to come up with a lot better name than I could. but you throw a hero in. Let's just say you throw a common blah, 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 this, that, or the other. And when you burn them, you get what's I would like to call a hero essence. And now, based on your hero, gives you your chance for your essence. So I would say you would have 3 levels of essence: common, rare, and mythic. So if you throw a common in, your percentage chance of a common essence is 100%. Rare chance is a 30%, and then so on and so forth. Need some big brains to figure out what those percentages would be. So you have a chance to get a rare, common, and mythic essence. And those essence can be used in the alchemist. And the alchemist can create resurrection vials. And you would use those vials to resurrect your heroes. And then depending on what kind of resurrection you want to do on that hero, you might need a common, a rare, or a mythic. And those could have different traits. Like a common, you resurrect, but you're still basically dead because you got no health, this, that, and the other. A rare could be, you resurrect with minimal health, but you resurrect back at the beginning of the dungeon or the PvP instance or whatever the thing may be. Or you could have that mythic resurrection potion, and that could cause you to resurrect with full health right where you left off. These are just some thoughts. Of course, the devs and all that would have better knowledge on how that would affect the gameplay and all that, so I would leave all that up to them. But this is just the starter of the thought. And let's be honest, if they just do decide to do something like this would be way in the future. But I've been thinking a lot about this. And then the alchemist could also use those essence to make something called like a retraining vial. And you could use that to start your leveling all over. So if you have a level 20 hero, you could use that to erase all their levels. Now, I would prefer that it kind of works the same as like when you dark summon, where you have all those levels there. You just got to go back through and redo them all. But I really wouldn't be that opposed if it just poof, the hero's back at level 1 with 0 experience, and you have to re-level them all the way back up. And that could be the same. You have a common, a rare, and a mythic. A common, you could do it, and you start back at level 1, and you got to redo it all over again. You have the common, where you get 50% of your levels back, and you just got to go back to the meditation circle and get all those back. And then you could have the mythic, to where if you're level 20 and you use a mythic, you get that level 20 back, and you just got to go back to the meditation circle. So that's just my thoughts on that. Of course, team can take it for what it is, use it, throw it away. But I have a feeling with that starter said, they could really put their heads together and make something completely awesome starting off with that. So with that said, I'm going to end this one here. It was just a quick update on where I'm sitting at. It's been a while since I've updated on how my Legion's doing. So remember, everyone, make sure you're having fun while playing DeFi Kingdoms. Thank you.